Welcome to Prime Sports with me, Daniel Cranting, and MTN Ghana has signed a 2-year partnership with the Ghana Football Association worth $2 million to become the headline sponsor of 5 national teams. The deal marks a shift from the agreement signed before the 2022 World Cup in Qatar, which also was valued at $2 million, but covered only the Black Stars. The new agreement includes the Black Queens, the Black Satellites, and the Black Starlets. There's more in this report.
GFA President Ket Okoreku and MTN Ghana CEO Stephen Blevett signed the documents for the partnership worth $2 million. Blevett expressed pride in the company's investments in the nation's passion.
I'm proud to announce that MTN will be the headline sponsor for all 4 national teams. So we will be fully behind the Black Stars, the Black Queens, the Black Satellites, and the Black Stars. And that sponsorship will be for the next 2 years, right up till 31st of August 2027. This sponsorship that I've announced is a deepening of the bond between the people of Ghana, the GFA, the ministry, and the entire sports fraternity. It's about national pride, youth empowerment, gender inclusion, and building a sustainable future for football in our country. What excites us the most is that this partnership is broader and more inclusive than anything we've ever done before.
Meanwhile, GFA President Ket Okoreku said MTN Ghana has solved the association's biggest problem with the investment.
I am not too sure my brother Steve fully understands what MTN has done for the Ghanaian youth and the impact it has had in the lives of our youth. So MTN Ghana have always shown the way and have always shown leadership and has always believed in our collective tomorrow, for which reason we are here today to announce a 2-year partnership between the FA and MTN Ghana worth 2 million. Is it Obama or the new one? Is it the new one? Trump? No, none of them. $2 million US over 2 years. This investment by MTN would ensure that these young boys, our Black Queens, our Satellites, would have the best of preparations that will put them in a competitive mood for the big championships. Thank you, MTN. The biggest challenge of the Football Association has been solved by MTN Ghana.
Present at the ceremony were the Chief Director of the Sports Ministry, GFA Executive Council members, MTN Ghana executives, and Black Stars technical staff John Paintel and Fatah Dauda.
I'm very excited. Like the President said, this is going to help the youth to grow in the game and also camping the players at the right time, feeding them and all is going to be adding to the factor that is very, very important for the players who have been water, food in camp. So it's good because nowadays we want to catch them young and then bring them up. So like you saw our under-17 players, they are the future. So when this initiative comes, I think it boosts the spirit, the morale of the country and the football, Ghana football.
At the highest point, you need to, do the basics very well. So I think with this, we can develop, we can go around, scout the talents, because they are the future, trust me. Gone are the days when we used to have this under-17, you see them transition to the 20, they transition to the 23 and then Black Stars. I think this will motivate the FA to get more, because we have a lot of talent across the country. But with this, I think it will encourage the FA to get some resources so that they can develop, they can go around to, get the talent so that they can develop them for the nation.
Now, the English Premier League is back tomorrow and all eyes will be on Anfield as Liverpool get the action underway at home against Bournemouth. The Reds will be looking to start strong in front of their home fans, while the Cherries will be aiming to cause an early upset. But there are other clubs like Manchester United, Chelsea and Arsenal who are also shaping up for the new season. Joy Sports took to the streets to pick some predictions of fans ahead of the new season.
Going for Arsenal because they have history during the Aswinga era. They finished second on 3 consecutive times, and the 4th time they won the league. And the second position will go for Liverpool because of the acquisition that they have done. And the 3rd place will go for maybe Manchester City. And the 4th place will be between Tottenham and Chelsea.
For this, I presume like Chelsea will be ahead of all of them. Chelsea will come first, Man City second, and then Arsenal third, Liverpool third, and then Arsenal fourth.
I'll pick Arsenal second, Liverpool, Chelsea, and Manchester City.
Number 1, I'll go for Liverpool to defend their title. And as usual, Arsenal will maintain their position. They will maintain their position, and I'll go for Chelsea for the 3rd place and Man City for the 4th place.
I'll go for Man City, Liverpool, Arsenal and Chelsea.
I think Liverpool has a chance of winning the league again, followed by Chelsea. Chelsea made a lot of signings, so I think they will finish second. I think 3rd place I'll choose City. City will go 3rd, and then United, of course, my team will finish like top 4.
Arsenal will make top 4.
No, I'm not sure. This season, I'm not sure.
Liverpool, Chelsea, Arsenal, and City.
Which 3 teams do you think will get relegated?
For relegation, I can't even tell now, but when the season starts, I guess we'll get to know who relegated. But for relegation, I can't predict for now.
Currently the Premier League, when the newly promoted side comes, all of them normally goes. But this time around, I think Sunderland will stay. Maybe Everton will join the relegation zone. Everton, maybe Leeds United, and the other one.
Burnley will go back. Burnley, Everton, and Leeds United to go back.
Relegated. Sunderland, West Ham, and Burnley.
Yeah. Crystal Palace, Sunderland, and Everton.
Sunderland will stay. For Leeds United, they don't have much money, so probably they might leave the EPL. Yeah, they're not prepared for the EPL. Yeah.
And the last
let's wait to win at least tax.
Joining me on Zoom to discuss the new season is my colleague Michael Akomia. Michael, thank you very much for joining us. It's been a very interesting pre-season campaign by all the top teams, the various transfers. What are your expectations ahead of the new season that kicks off tomorrow?
Good evening to you and your cherished viewers. Danny, it's good to see you again. It's been a long time. I think we are going to have a very competitive league season starting tomorrow.
Yeah.
I know Pep Guardiola and his team has not actually gone 2 seasons without winning the English Premier League since he became the head coach of Manchester City. Yeah. And I stand to be correct. I don't even think, even throughout his career, he has gone 2 seasons without winning the Premier League or a league title.
Yeah.
And this is really going to be a big test for the likes of Ancelotti to defend the league title, playing against Pep Guardiola. Yeah. And at the same time, Mikel Arteta trying to find a way to win his first league title, competing against Pep Guardiola and Ancelotti. The likes of Chelsea will come into this particular discussion. I know Chelsea is in a very good form. You look at the kind of performances we saw from them during the Club World Cup. But personally, I actually believe the league is always different. 38 league games, week in, week out. Injuries are part of it. Bad form are part of it. And you can literally get even worse at certain moments during the season. And this is an unforgivable league, which I personally believe that you need to be perfect at least 95 to 98% if you want to win this particular league. For me, I think Manchester City has the highest percentage in terms of winning the league. Liverpool will come second. I think Arsenal will go third. Then I'll put Chelsea fourth.
Interesting thoughts. Let's talk about some of the business that the various clubs have done. Manchester City, the team that you are tipping to finish on top, have done some really good business throughout the transfer window. They've brought in the likes of Ryan Cherki and we see Ryan Cherki, Tijani Reinders from AC Milan, Ike Nouri from Wolves, James Trafford, obviously they signed him just a couple of weeks ago. Those are the top 4 signings that they've made the last 2. We don't expect them to join in the first team. But what have you made of their transfers? And considering the fact that they struggled last season, do you think that, especially these 4, Reinders, Cherki, Ike Nouri, and then Trafford, do you think they'll go in there and make an immediate impact, not just in the Premier League, but in other competitions also?
Yes, I think so, Danny, especially with Tijani Reinders. When he gets into his mojo, I don't think any midfielder in the Premier League can actually stop him. He's that silky, technically gifted, and I actually believe he's one of the best press-resistant midfielders you can find in Europe. And the amount of money City paid for him, I actually felt that they were even lucky to get him for that particular set amount of money. And he's going to be the revelation of the season. I actually believe that he's a midfielder that can fit in the deep line playmaking role, and at the same time can also play as the box-to-box. But in this instance of this particular Manchester City team, I think he is going to be the deep line playmaker in the absence of Rodri. And there are the likes of Nico Gonzalez and co already in the team. But I think he is going to complement the likes of Ryan Cherki, Ike Gundogan, Bernardo Silva, and all of these likes to get the best out of that particular Manchester City midfield to get in the goals. He's one of the best box crashers you can ever get to, arriving late in the penalty box to get you the goals. And I think for Ryan Cherki, he's really talented, very gifted. And I actually believe he's also press resistant when it comes to keeping the ball in certain phases of the field. And he's going to be a thorn in the flesh of many defenders in the Premier League. They have different options. Even if they should sell a player like Savinho, when you have the likes of Phil Foden and even Jeremy Doku complementing Ryan Cherki, or even move a player like Umar Mamouche to the wings, trying to put in Ryan Cherki in the number 10 role, you're going to get the best out of him. And I think Manchester City also struggled without a left back for quite some time now. I know Josko Vardiol is very good, but he's not your natural left back. I know a player like Nathan Ake is very good, but he's not your natural left back. So having a player like Ryan Ait-Nouri come into the setup, you have a proper natural left back who understands the league, has so much experience, and could complement the likes of Jeremy Doku or even Ryan Cherki or anybody that tries to form a partnership with him from the left-hand side of the pitch. I'm happy for them. But I think Liverpool will only get closer to whatever we are seeing for Manchester City if they should sign a centre-back and another centre-forward. They need to replace a player like Luis Diaz. I think we underrate the quality of Luis Diaz in this particular Liverpool setup, especially within the phases where they are supposed to press so well, get balls into the penalty box through quick transitions. He's your man. He's your go-to man. And the level of intensity he offers whenever he's playing for Liverpool is something they will need somebody to come up with. If they should get Alexander Isak, I think Liverpool is going to be there. And if they should get a quality centre-back like Mark Gay, they are also going to be there to compete a lot. For Arsenal, there's still a job to do. I've said it so many times. Look at the various attacks that Manchester City is bringing, Liverpool is bringing, if they should get Isak. Compare it to Arsenal, then you look at Chelsea's attack. Then you begin to understand that there are certain players within the Arsenal team, which personally, I believe they don't even deserve to start for Arsenal if Arsenal wants to win the league. For example, if Arsenal is still going into the season with Bukayo Saka, Victor Gyökeres, and Gabriel Martinelli as their front three, they are not winning the league. You can't win the league with Gabriel Martinelli. No. They should be getting players like Iberichi Eze, complementing the likes of Victor Gyökeres. They need to have solid wingers like Rodrigo Goes to complement the attack, to give them enough experience and the X factor to win the league. Because you are playing against a Manchester City team that is having players like Erling Haaland, who I say is the best striker in the English Premier League. He is the standard. You are playing against wingers like Jeremy Doku. Even if you are putting Jeremy Doku on the bench, a player like Umar Mamouche, a player like Phil Foden, who was the player of the season. I think last 2 seasons.
Just 2 seasons.
He was the best player in the league. And you can't underrate him. So you look at Ryan Cherki, also joins that particular attack, and you know Manchester City is going to trouble you. Then Liverpool is coming with Mohamed Salah, the best right winger or the best wing forward in the league. He's coming in with Hugo Ekitike. If they should get Alexander Isak, they are coming in with one of the best strikers in the league also.
Akume,
So this is why...
Akume, I wanted to talk about Chelsea because you've told us why Liverpool can compete. You've tipped Man City for the title. You're not too sure about Arsenal, but for Chelsea, if you look at the business they've done in the transfer window, what they did at the tail end of last season, winning the Conference League, winning the Club World Cup, coming into this season, how are their chances looking like for the title? Because many, and the video we played before, the fans really believe that they have built the squad and they are ready to compete for the league title. What do you think?
That one-off games, I don't usually compare one-off games to the league. The English Premier League, as I said earlier on, is an unforgivable league. And what I'm saying is you need to be consistent for 38 good matches.
Okay.
If not, at worst, 30 good matches, you need to be consistent. For now, if you want to win the league, you're not supposed to lose more than even 3 games. That is the kind of standard we are talking about.
Okay.
So when you look at this Chelsea team, Danny, they are good. I believe they've done a solid business in the transfer market. I believe they are going to compete so well. But I actually don't believe that Chelsea is not going to lose less than 3 games. They will lose around 4 or 5 games. They will lose such games due to 1 or 2 inexperience they have in their setup. And I think they will have to find a way to replace a player like Levi Colwill.
Okay.
He added so much to this setup. And I think they will have to also get a goalkeeper that will be able to compete Sanchez well and well. And this is the first moment within a long period of time where Chelsea is going to play the Champions League. I'm not talking about the Conference League. The standard of the Champions League and the league is totally different.
Yeah.
And even the Conference League. Yeah. I strongly believe João Pedro will be a revelation for Chelsea this season. Quality centre forward who is in a very good form. We are not also going to leave here without talking about Kopama. The quality he brings to this particular setup. Bino Gittins is one particular player in 1v1 situations he's solid, but I ask myself, what is the experience?
Okay.
There's also Liam Delap who gives you a different option up front whenever there is an absence of João Pedro. Then you come to the other side, there's Esteval Willian. He's come to a new league, also needing time to adapt. I personally believe Chelsea will compete, but I don't think they have the men to go through a season without losing not more than 3 games, which I believe is the standard for any team that wants to win the league this season.
Before I let you go, in all this, you didn't mention Manchester United with some really good transfers incoming, the likes of Sesko, Mbeumo, Cunha, and in talks there for Baliba. You've not mentioned Manchester United. To be frank, the video we played before, the fans also didn't mention Manchester United. Do you think they can beat that dark horse this season, or you think it's a bit too early?
Danny, the best for Manchester United will be around 5th or 6th. that is how I see Manchester United. You know, I'm not saying they did a bad business in the transfer market, but I think they are trying to put themselves together. This is the first season I've seen Manchester United behaving like a proper football club, to be very honest with you. For the past seasons, it was literally a joke in terms of understanding the culture and understanding what it means to play for Manchester United.
Yeah.
And I think this is a new kind of phase of the team where they've had a new training grounds, a proper team bonding during the time that they went on preseason in the United States of America. They've been very vibrant in the transfer market. They know their targets. It's not about the names. It's not about being linked to anybody and they just go and pay the money and just go and bring in the player. Yeah. Now they are targeting certain positions. I actually believe they also need a midfielder. Okay. If they should get a player like Baleba, I think they'll be in and around the 5th or 6th position. But if they don't get a player like a Baleba or a midfielder, that can actually help the likes of Bruno and Ugarte in the middle of the pack. I'm talking about 8th to 9th or even 10th. So I think they are working things out. It's a team that they are trying to do a proper rebuild now.
So wait, according to you, if Man United's transfer window ends as it is, they are not making the top 6?
No. If it ends like this, because I don't see how Manchester United is going to survive with Manuel Ugarte, Casemiro, Bruno Fernandes, and Kobe Menu as their 4 double pivot. No, it's not going to happen. The level of athleticism in this particular league, and you look at the teams you are going to compete in their midfield. For example, I've already spoken about Chelsea. The top 4 card, we should forget about it. But if you are speaking about the 5th and 6th, Now, these are the teams that are going to fight for that position. Newcastle, Aston Villa, Brighton and Hove Albion, Tottenham Hotspur. These 4 teams. Now, Tottenham Hotspur is coming in with Palhina and Sarr. Brighton keeps Baleba, and they are coming in with him. Aston Villa still have Boubacar Kamara coming in with him. Then you ask yourself, what is Manchester United bringing? Newcastle is still having Bruno Gomes and Tonali. Then you ask yourself, what is Manchester United actually bringing? Who is Manchester United bringing in? So unless they go into the market, do things better. But I think for the 5th position, it's going to be for Tottenham. And the 6th position is going to be for Newcastle.
All right, thank you very much, Michael Akomia, joining us just for that review of the Premier League that starts tomorrow. That brings an end to Prime Sports with me, Daniel Kranting. Thanks for your time.